I didn't love Kenobi.
Traitor!
Now, before you all riot and raise up and kill me, I'm not saying I hated the show or even that it's bad. I just didn't love every decision the show made. And this isn't to throw hate on the actors or the people making the show. No, I simply want to share my thoughts on the show, what I think it did good, and what I think it did bad. To start, let's look at the good stuff, because there is a lot of good stuff in the show. And the best part of the show is obviously Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen. Their performances drive the show, and it's fun to see them return from the prequels. You really bond with Obi-Wan in the show. Ewan brings the charm and fun he had in the prequels, and he proves why he's perfect for Obi-Wan Kenobi and perfect for Star Wars. Darth Vader was also great, and while I wasn't a fan of him meeting up with Kenobi before A New Hope, I still think the two characters shouldn't meet in between the time of Revenge of a Sith and A New Hope. Kind of sours the whole "when I left you I was but the learner" part, but still, the performance Hayden gives as Vader is amazing. Especially in episode 6, it is, well, it's amazing. Another great part of the show was the new characters, Reva especially. Sure, some of the rebel characters were fun and the droid was nice, but Reva was the main one I really loved. Her motives of revenge, while nothing new, still served as a really compelling and interesting enough to lead the main antagonist of the show. Her drive of wanting revenge on Vader and infiltrating the Imperial ranks was fun to watch, and she's by far the best thing in the show. However, everything else kind of sucked. Let's start with the Inquisitors, specifically the Grand Inquisitor and the Fifth Brother. Now, this is no hate to the actors, I never want to spread hate on this channel. It's not their fault that I didn't like the show. Both the Grand Inquisitor and the Fifth Brother just feel out of character here. Their performances in all-around nature are quite different from their portrayal in Star Wars Rebels, and even the Darth Vader comics. With the Fifth Brother, he was much less aggressive than he was in Rebels. He's more calm and collected here, and that just rubbed me the wrong way. With the Grand Inquisitor, who is one of my favorite Star Wars villains actually, I was really looking forward to his appearance in Kenobi. And when the trailer dropped, I actually thought he looked really cool. I didn't mind the design, like a lot of people did. And, well, I was really excited. But when we got to episode 1 and eventually episode 2, it was disappointing, that's what it was. He didn't have the same charm and all-around arrogance that he had in Rebels. And then they killed him off. They killed off the Grand Inquisitor 5 years before he dies in the timeline. And that was just annoying. It was a fake-out death simply used to get people talking. And it worked, but instead of actually bringing anything new to the character adding to the story, it's just there to get people to talk. It's just annoying, and I hate when movies and shows do this. Like, I love the show Hawkeye, but the fake death of Kingpin, we all know it's a fake-out, so why even do it? It's just bad, and it really submitted a distaste for the rest of the Kenobi show. Luckily, when they did bring the Grand Inquisitor back, he felt much more like his version we knew from Rebels. He was, for a lack of a better word, much more cartoonish, and I really enjoyed the brief scenes he had in episodes 5 and 6. If he acted the same in the previous episodes, I think I really would have enjoyed Kenobi much more. But as it stands, only the last 2 episodes really felt good in terms of the Grand Inquisitor. I still feel the first 2 episodes that he was in were kind of in terms of his performance. And lastly, I'm a bit upset with Kenobi for the interactions with Leia. The actress who plays her, the little girl, she's great, good job on her part, but it just kind of messes up episode 4. With Kenobi rescuing Leia, I felt that the whole interactions in A New Hope would play out differently, but overall it's not the worst thing in the world. I just think that it was a kind of stupid decision on the writer's part. Now with all of that said, the final episode was great. Well, besides the fact a Star Destroyer couldn't take down one tiny ship. What is that with Star Wars? Star Destroyers can never take down one ship. It's not just Kenobi, like, movies and shows before have done that. It's one ship. You're a full capital ship, you can't blow up one ship, you can blow up Mandalore. Okay. But besides that, I loved everything else in the finale. When we see Kenobi fight Vader and how it mirrors the duel in Twilight of the Apprentice, with Ahsoka chopping the mask off and now Obi-Wan chopping the mask off, it's beautiful, and having Hayden in the suit, and how his voice is still heard when it's damaged, and then we get the voice of Hayden Christensen and the AI of Jones. Honestly, the thing with the AI, I don't mind that. Like, I just think it's cool because it sounds just like it. But okay, enough fan ranting. The finale is really great. It's all amazing. And even though I don't love the idea of Vader meeting Kenobi in episode 4, like I said, I think this was the best possible outcome. I'll admit, it was a lot of nostalgia bait, and it worked. Nostalgia bait works on me, people. And then the ending of the episode with Palpatine returning and Qui-Gon returning, that hits hard. That is, that's hot. That's hot. So overall, I think Kenobi was a pretty big letdown. But, you know, it's not horrible. It didn't have the same charm as the prequels or the great storyline of the originals, but when it fell flat, it does some interesting and cool things that do bring it back up. Do I think that it was overall good? Yes. Do I think it was great? Not by a long shot. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you have a nice day. Like and subscribe, and bye!